Okay, here we go with project number 1 for the Peace and Joy Christmas workshop at home. I feel like this is a great one to start off with because it's pretty easy to put together, but I still think it's quite stunning. So we're using the traditional red and green colors, but popped it up with the black, which I really think it gives it sort of a contemporary kind of feel to it. And then we'll be decorating the inside, of course, as well as the envelope. So what inks do you need? So I've got 4 different shades of green. I've got Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz, and Soft Sea Foam. So whatever greens that you have will work. Also think about using the stamping off method will give you 2 different tones. So if you don't have 3 or 4 different greens, you can do that, and that will give you a lighter version and a darker version. So that's also an option. We're using Cherry Cobbler as my red, but Real Red and what is it, Poppy Parade, those can work, of course, also. Okay, so let's pull out our package. So we don't need our envelope yet. We'll just put that aside. And of course, we're gonna fold, you can hear Ivy and Link playing. We're gonna fold our cardstock. There we go. Move that aside. And we're gonna do our stamping. Nope, we're not gonna do the stamping first. Normally I do, but I wanna give this a little drying time. So I've already cut out, we're gonna move that to the side. I've already cut this out. Let's get my little silicone mat here, which I always leave on my desk. And once I cut these out, especially if it has a little dot, you see for the eye, you have to remember to take that little dot off your Big Shot, and so you can glue it onto your paper. So we've got the Cherry Cobbler for the big outline, and then the white. So that's going to go on here, and then this one is going to go on here. So go right on. So I'm going to use the, I'm going to use Tombow for this one. Another one that we're going to use, I'm going to actually use the, what is that? The adhesive sheets. So then you can get a feel for both. But so let's start. Let's adhere this. So I don't need that on my desk. So let's add our glue. Whoops. Kind of came out fast there. This is actually a new Tombow, so it kind of came out fast. Here we go. So we just kind of trace it around. This is the easy one. I don't like how thick that is, but okay. And I'll just put that on here. Very simply. Good. I love all 3 of these. I love how it pops. I just love this set. So we're going to use your Tombow and just sort of lightly, you don't want a lot of glue because you don't want it seeping out, but just very little bit in the little points. There we go. My fingers are already sticky. Okay. So using the Tombow, you do need to have a very light hand. As I said, you don't want it to be globby, but you do want all the most of it to be covered. There we go, and I missed that little area. Okay, so then you're just going to simply lay it on and just kind of maneuver it where the letters need to go. There we go. And that guy needs to go up there. Great. Easy, easy, easy. Just kind of down. And then I'm just going to put a little dot where my dot goes. And here is where I'm going to get my little, oh, I think I want the little pointy part. I tell you, this tool is awesome. I'm sure I've said it 1,000 times to you guys that you need to have the Take Your Pick tool. Although right now it's not working for me, is it? There we go. And then put that there. There we go. So we have our bright, and now I can just put that to the side and just let that sort of dry a little bit. Okay, now we'll do our stamping. Okay, so let's do our greens. So let's do our darkest, which is the Mossy Meadow. So I'm just gonna ink it up. And you're gonna think about, this is going to go in the center. So you wanna think about all your stems kind of being underneath this, underneath your sentiment. So I'm just going to do 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Of course, there's no rhyme or reason as to where these go. I'm just actually copying what I did before, but you can put them anywhere. That's what's great about this. I love the randomness of it. Next, we have the Old Olive. There we go. So let's stamp this. I'll make sure that's there, and maybe 1 there. I have another one there. And let's go with 1 here. Okay. Nice. There we go. I think I'm gonna do this one because it's a long one. So let's do this one next, the Soft Sea Foam. There we go. So I'm gonna put this here, and maybe this one here, and maybe this one here. Okay. Again, you can always go back and add in some more if you see another spot that is empty and could use a thicker leaf. I'm gonna put this there, and I'm gonna put this. Which way do I want it? I'm gonna put that there. All right. Hopefully that's all right. Let's see. Yeah, this is gonna be fine. Fine and dandy. I'm gonna be covering this one up a little bit too much, but that's okay. Oh no, actually once I get it in the center, that'll be fine. I think I did the red after. Yes. Or did I? No, let's do the red. So let's actually, let's just pretend that's adhered there so you know where you can be putting things. Okay, so let's put one of these up here, one of these there. And this is just, I mean, the berries are for the holly, but I'm just kind of putting them all around too, more of like just to add the red. Okay, and I think I'm gonna put one there and one there. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Oh, you know what? While I have that opened, let's put this to the side and, oh, what's that doing? And we'll stamp our sentiments. So we have Mary and, so here's and we have Mary. Perfect. I love these. I just love the look of the solid with the white in the middle. Christmas for the inside and happy. So it looks like I'm going to be able to fit all of these on one, but I did give you 2 just in case. You never know. Sometimes the first impression doesn't totally work. So I like to give you a little bit extra. So let's just, you know, that red likes to need a few minutes to sort of dry. So while that's happening, let's start putting the rest of this card together. Okay, so we're gonna just put your glue on. There we go. And there we go. Nice. And this is just going to go right in the center. But actually, let's put this on here first. Why is my card base so big? Did I do something weird? Oh no. Yes, I did. What is this piece of cardstock? Huh. I'm gonna have to check yours to see if I did that. 5.5. I don't know why that would be so big. What kind of cardstock piece is that? There we are. So that's gonna go on there like this. Again, this card comes out pretty quickly. I think this is a great one though, because I think it's still pretty stunning, even though you can see how quick it is to put together. But you can see I'm very careful not to rub my red, because sometimes that red takes a little bit to dry, and so I just don't want to smear it, because it has happened to me. Okay, so this is gonna go on here. We're gonna put that on with dimensionals. So we'll just kind of stick them all around. There we go. I know, look at all these dimensionals I'm putting on here. Sometimes I get a little crazy with them. I can't help it. It's sort of a weird shape, so you want to make sure that it's not going to cave in the middle or at different spots. So, I mean, really, these dimensionals are relatively inexpensive, so you can kind of go nuts if you need to. Okay, so I hope my head is not in, but I need to kind of see if I'm getting it in the center-ish. There we go. Okay, right and bright. Okay, so now we just need to cut these out. So we are going to just leave a little bit of a rim. There we go. I like that little bit of white around the edges. But quite simple to cut. I mean, I guess it's fussy cutting, but not really, because I don't actually find it very fussy. I mean, you're just cutting little rectangles. There we go. And while I'm at it, I might as well cut the center ones, the ones for the inside of the card. Oh, I think I went a little crooked here. There we go. And there we go. And happy. There we go. So here's your happy, and let's get rid of these scraps. Okay, so we are going to put and Mary any which way that you want. I guess we'll just use Tombow for that. So just add a little bit. There we go. And Mary and bright. I like it like that, I think. There we go. There we go. Mary and bright. Awesome. So of course, I don't know if you can see the shimmer, but of course I spritzed it with my shimmer spritz, but I think it really adds a nice little glitter. But look how quickly that comes together. So awesome. Let's do the inside of our card. So you're going to get the other piece of white that I didn't cut for myself. So let me just quickly do that. So we have it 4 by 5. Oops. 4 by 5 1/4. Perfect. Here we go. All right. So we are just simply going to kind of mimic the inside. There we go. Let's do that in case you're still looking. So let's just kind of mimic the inside. So I'm going to take out the Mossy Meadow. And, oh, here we go. So let's, 1. I just inked up my Mossy Meadow, so it's like so vibrant and beautiful. I love it. Okay, and then let's use the Old Olive. Okay. And we have, I'll just make sure, okay. We have one there. And perfect. Okay, and I'm going to do this one next. There we go. And the last one is this little holly. Okay, so I want to make sure, so this is going to probably go around here and here. So then I just, that's way I can eyeball where I'm going to put these holly leaves. And we're just going to put those. There we go. And down. Perfect. And now we just need our holly berries with our cherry cobbler. So I'm just going to put one there, one over here, and one there. Awesome. I always think that the inside of your cards should look almost as fancy as the front of your cards. Not quite, of course, but it should still look pretty fancy. So there we go. Now, really be careful if you're going to use Tombow for this inside. Make sure that you're putting a very small amount. If it seeps out, you could have a problem with when you close your card of it gluing together. So you really kind of want to make sure that, whoops, there we go, that you're using a very minimal amount. Or you could use glue dots. I actually typically do use glue dots. I just wasn't really thinking when I was doing this. Okay, so here we go, the inside. Like, look how fast this card comes together. Love it. Okay. There we go. Awesome. So I can see making a bunch of these. You can just totally do it like assembly style. You can do all your greens and then add your berries. I mean, it could come together really quickly. So let's do our envelope. Okay, so here we go. One thing I'm gonna say, Stampin' Up! Envelopes are awesome. I never used to buy the envelopes. I used to always get them from Staples, but the difference in the stamping and in the thickness, I mean, it's hands down. They're good. Stampin' Up! Knows what they're doing. So, and actually they're not very expensive, I don't think. You get a package of 40 for, I don't know, $7 or something. Like, it's really not that bad. Okay, so I am just going to randomly put these all around. Right? Any old pattern. I have Ivy right behind me. She's like, it is dinner time. And it is dinner time, but she's gonna have to wait a minute. Next, our old olive. Okay. And we'll just put that there. And I love that because we're using all these shades of green, it's okay for the images to overlap because it just kind of works. Okay. And this one's a little tight. I guess I haven't been using my old olive very often. Let's do this one first. This long one. Okay, so we've got this. We've got this. I feel like I want to add another one here. There we go. And here we go. Like that. And I have this there. Oh, I don't like that. I can't see that other one. Well, let's just cheat and do that. There we go. Okay, and now we just add our cherry cobbler. All right. And let's put this one there. just a little bit. There we go. So that card comes together super fast. Here we are. So you've got your card and your envelope to match. Don't forget, you can do this with all three of the different, with the peace as well as the joy. So here's the one with peace, and I just changed up the colors, but you could do the same colors and just have the different words on there. But I really love the neutral look of this one, and there it is on the inside with my envelope matching. So there it is. There's project number 1.